Tonight, it is my honor to introduce to you our keynote speaker, who is one of our board members. Yashira has been a personal friend and has served on our board for over 8 years. She is a beacon of strength, an advocate for holistic health, and a trailblazing leader whose story is a testament to the power of resilience and faith. She has overcome adversity, embraced challenges, and has pursued her dreams. Please welcome Yashira Anderson.
I was 18 years old, and it was summertime in Florida, very hot. I was so excited to be done with high school, and I felt free. I had college to look forward to, just a few weeks until I would go to North Carolina. I was super excited. I was starting to feel like a grown-up, and I was ready to leave the warm, cozy nest of my parents, finally feeling like I had a life of my own. But all of that changed in a flash when I found out that I was pregnant. I could not imagine how in the world, how I could possibly tell my mother. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and cherished friends, good evening. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight at this remarkable gala, surrounded by so many dedicated and compassionate individuals. I'm so happy to be here with you all, to see so many familiar faces, as well as many, many new ones, and to share in this unforgettable evening of inspiration, community, and giving. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Yashira Anderson. I'm an active board member for Life Choices Family Medical. And as I reflect on my own journey, I'm reminded of the incredible power of resilience, faith, and unwavering support of a loving community. As many of you may know, Life Choices has been a part of our journey for the past 8 years, during which I've had the privilege of serving on their board of directors. The mission of Life Choices, providing natural, holistic, and pro-life medical care, education, and support for both women and men, resonates with us very deeply. And this gala serves as a beacon of hope for the countless lives touched, transformed, and even saved by their work. This year, I'm especially honored to be your keynote speaker. Despite the fact that I'm really nervous, and initially I said no, several times to Anna. But after hearing a homily by Father Penn in Mass one day, I knew that it was the choice to be here tonight to be your keynote speaker. He spoke about what God was calling you out of, and instead what he's calling you into. And then I knew that I was being called to deliver this speech. So I will do my best in hopes to honor your trust and to live up to your expectations while sharing my personal story. My journey started nearly 25 years ago when I was a newly graduated member of the class of '99 from the Academy of the Holy Names. Growing up in Tampa, I spent my formative years in private Catholic school, where I learned the value of life and the significance of every individual. I attended St. Lawrence, and then I went on to attend the Academy for high school. But life took an unexpected turn one summer, just weeks before I was set to leave for college. I found myself facing one of the biggest decisions of my life. I was pregnant at 18. I remember that summer vividly. Only a few weeks away from having to leave for college and standing at a crossroads, filled with fear and uncertainty, having to make one of the biggest decisions that, depending on the choice I made, could change my entire life. And it did. You see, growing up as a Christian in a Catholic faith, I was always taught how very precious life is and that every life has worth and value. So despite how hard and challenging this decision was going to be, no matter what the struggle of what I would face, I knew in my heart that this baby was a gift from God that was meant to be my child. And so with not another moment's thought, and with a heart full of conviction, I decided I was going to have the baby. And the real hard part would be telling my mom. She took it pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. She didn't talk to me for about 3 days. And every time she looked at me, she cried. But I knew that her tears were a testament of her love and concern. And once she and my father embraced the reality and got over the shock of what was to come, they rallied around me with unwavering support, which is how my parents always were. And to be honest, I think it's the big part of why I was able to make the decision that I made, because I knew no matter what, they would be there for me. Their love gave me strength, a lifeline, which is something I hope and pray for every child in this world. I was so lucky I did not have to give up going on to college. I just changed my plans. And I started at the University of South Florida instead of going away. And my journey to motherhood was not a straightforward or easy path. At the age of 18, I became a young single mom to my beautiful daughter, Julia, who was born 2 months prematurely, arriving at only 31 weeks. She was only 3 pounds, so she would have to spend the first couple months of her life in the NICU, a time filled with great anxiety. But despite her initial diagnosis and having to be intubated, she was a little warrior, and she ended up coming home in record time, 28 days. She is now 24 years old, married, and sitting in this room tonight. Navigating the challenges of raising a child while pursuing my education was not easy. I went to school full-time during the day and I worked at night in order to be able to provide the best I could for her, which taught me the true meaning of strength and perseverance. Thankfully, I had help, love, and support of my family, for without them, I would not have been able to do it. Then at the age of 21, I faced another daunting challenge where I was diagnosed with cancerous cells on my cervix. This led to multiple treatments that tested my spirit, having multiple rounds of cryosurgery, chemo, and eventually having them take out a part of my cervix. At the time, I was just grateful for getting through it, not knowing what this would mean for me in the years to come. Years later, as I built a career, I met my husband, Joey, who I immediately knew was the one for me. We very quickly fell in love. And he, without showing any kind of hesitation about me being a single mother, accepted Julia as his own. And he stepped into a role he was not prepared for, being a stepdad. And just as I was not prepared to become a single mother, Joey was not expecting or prepared to be a father. But it reminded me of a saying I heard many years ago, that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And sure enough, God qualified Joey real quick. So with great faith and God's guidance, he in fact became a father, and we navigated this new family all together. After getting married, Joey and I dreamt of expanding our family as we both always wanted several children. So we got busy and we got to work pretty fast. Before we knew it, we were blessed with the news that I was pregnant. We were so overjoyed and excited. Yet despite our dreams, our path was marked by what was to be lots of heartbreak. We were not at all prepared for what was about to come. You see, the challenge I underwent several years prior with my cervix was now rearing its ugly head. And that first baby we lost. As time passed, and as our hearts healed, we tried again. It wasn't long, and before we knew it, I was pregnant once again. We felt so blessed, and we were ready to welcome more children into our lives. But then heartbreak struck, and when we went for our first check at 10 weeks, there was no heartbeat. This time I was experiencing what's called a corneal ectopic pregnancy, where the baby had implanted half in my tube and half in my uterus, which it could not survive. I was immediately treated with methotrexate, a chemotherapy drug, which was designed to flush the pregnancy from my body. This process was not only physically grueling, but it took a big emotional toll. The heartbreak was indescribable, and what we were about to face was even more painful. Over the course of our journey, Joey and I faced the agonizing loss of 6 babies. Losing 3 to miscarriage and 3 to ectopic pregnancies. Each one a reminder of the fragility of life. It was a journey of profound loss, but also one of immense faith. For anyone who has ever lost a child, I just want to take a moment and say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss and for your pain, for your suffering and your heartbreak. Your grief is valid and your pain is understood. I can only pray and hope that you will find peace in knowing that those little souls are always watching over us from above. Even though it would take a miracle for us, we were determined to welcome more children into our lives. And so while navigating these challenges, it was discovered the reason that I lost so many was because of the significant scar tissue from when I had had the cervical issues years prior. So when I would ovulate from the left, becoming pregnant, the embryo was unable to fully make it into the uterus and would implant dangerously in that position. At this point, the doctors did not think I would be able to have a successful pregnancy, and they were actually encouraging me to have a full hysterectomy at the age of 29. It was truly one of the darkest times of my life and left me with nothing but feelings of loss, guilt, shame, and hopelessness. The pain of knowing that each loss was intertwined in my body's struggles was profound, and the heartbreak was unbearable at times. But despite what all the doctors and specialists had to say, I knew deep down that there was a way. I knew I was meant to have more children, and so I did not give up. I started to research, I started to Google, I started to talk to others, and I began to take a more holistic approach. I eventually found a naturopathic doctor and a holistic nutritionist who taught me how to detox my body, how to start eating in a way that served and nourished me. They taught me how to listen to my body, to get in touch with my cycles in order to know when I would be ovulating from the right side as opposed to the left side. And when I started to do this, I not only felt amazing, but within 6 months, I successfully got pregnant. And by ultimately embracing a holistic approach to health, we were finally blessed with the arrival of our sons, Austin and Ben. They are our miracle rainbow babies. They are now 11 and 13, and they keep us joyfully busy. Tonight, I stand here not just as a mother, but as a testament to the incredible work of Life Choices Family Medical. I'm deeply grateful to the faculty, the staff, and the families who have supported our center's journey. Your dedication and unwavering support have been the backbone of our mission, and for that we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. The reason I love and care so deeply for this mission is because all the services that they offer would have been so beneficial to me had they existed when I was 18. I was lucky to have such an amazing support system, my parents and my brothers and my sisters, but not everyone has that, especially not most of the women that we see and serve. And this is why the work we do in this community is so very important. Many of these women come from broken homes, they're victims of domestic violence, and they do not have the kind of support system I was fortunate enough to have. And in addition to these less fortunate mothers that we serve, we also serve many women who are not less fortunate, but like me, are extremely challenged or having difficulty with pregnancy. Life Choices helps them by educating them on a more holistic approach, teaching women how to chart, how to listen to their bodies, how to regulate their hormones. Life Choices offers them the tools and support they need, empowering them to embrace their own journeys. Life Choices was born out of a vision to create a culture of life in the Tampa Bay area, and tonight, even though she's already been recognized, I would like to take a moment to thank our visionary leader, Ana Hilagos-Stokes. Anna, 15 years ago, you took a leap of faith and founded Life Choices with a mission to serve women, children, and families in need of compassionate, holistic medical care. Your unwavering dedication and leadership have touched countless lives, and tonight we honor not just the organization, but the heart and the vision that has driven that success. As we look back on these 15 years, the impact is undeniable. From providing prenatal care to counseling services, walking alongside mothers facing difficult choices, and today, as Anna mentioned, saving 104 precious babies who were vulnerable to threatening life care. Our mission has always been the same: to provide the natural, holistic, life-affirming care, respecting the dignity of women and families. We have established a healthcare clinic that specializes in gynecology, obstetrics, pediatrics, and primary care, offering the healthiest options for achieving wellness by caring for the mind, body, and the spirit. We are here to lift those up who need us most, and we stand as a beacon of hope for so many in our community. Our comprehensive care model honors the unique beauty of every person, promoting the dignity of life regardless of one's ability to pay. We are driven by our passion to provide health care and knowledge to women and families who are uninsured, underinsured, and abortion vulnerable. Our partnerships with organizations that help women escape human trafficking, the adult entertainment industry, and abortion clinics are a testament to our commitment to restoring the dignity and beauty of the human person. As we reflect on the center's history, we celebrate our milestones and accomplishments. Our educational programs and community initiatives have made a profound impact, empowering countless individuals and families. But there's still so much more to be done. Tonight, I ask you to consider the impact that your support can have. Your donations enable us to continue this vital work, transforming healthcare and changing lives. Tonight, we have an incredible opportunity to continue this work. Every dollar raised here goes directly to serving more families, saving more lives, and ensuring that Life Choices can continue its mission for another 15 years and beyond. Your generosity tonight will make a tangible difference, ensuring that women and families receive the care and support they deserve, especially those who have no other place to turn. We may not always see the immediate fruits of our labor, but moments like today are powerful, reminders of the true impact that we are making. I want to leave you with a story that is close to my heart, one that has profoundly shaped who I am today. After overcoming many obstacles, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, my husband and I were blessed to welcome our sons, Austin and Ben, into the world. The journey to expand our family was not an easy one. It was marked by moments of deep sorrow, with the 3 miscarriages and the 3 ectopic pregnancies, which tested my faith and resilience. But through it all, we remained hopeful, trusting that our story wasn't over. When I finally held Austin and Ben in my arms, it felt like time had stopped. There was an overwhelming sense of gratitude, like I was holding the culmination of all the struggles, all the prayers, and all the hope that had carried us through the hardest times. In those precious moments, I realized that no matter how dark the days might seem, miracles do happen. And my children are living proof of that. They are my daily reminder that even in the face of adversity, there is purpose and joy waiting on the other side. As I looked into their eyes, I knew that my purpose as their mother, as a woman who had been through so much, was clear: to nurture, protect, and guide them with every ounce of strength and love I had within me, which was a turning point for me, a reminder that the challenges we face are not meant to break us, but to lead us to moments like this, moments of pure, undeniable grace. This story is a testament not just of the power of faith, but to the resilience of the human spirit. I hope it serves as a reminder to never give up on the possibility of miracles, no matter how long the journey may seem. Thank you for being here tonight, for your generosity, and for believing in the mission of Life Choices Family Medical. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create a brighter future for our community. As we enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening, I urge you to reflect on the power of resilience, faith, and community. Let us come together to support Life Choices, ensuring that every woman, man, and child has access to the care and support that they deserve. I will be holding each of you in my prayers as we move forward, carrying this mission in our hearts and trusting that every step we take is guided by His grace. Thank you, and may God bless you all.